when Master Farad Muhammad came among us, he came in the time of your celebration of a great event in the history of a nation that is now unraveling. He set before the world on that day a man. And he, Master Farad Muhammad, sets before the world on this day a man whom he has made. The two of them have made him. I found it in the Quran just a few hours ago. And though I had read it many, many times, Allah decided to place a ruler in the earth. And the angel said, "What will you produce except that which will create mischief and cause the shedding of blood?" And the wise God said, "I know what you know not." And so a world came into being, a world opposite the way and the life and the will of God, though it was permitted by God. It was only permitted to exist for a short time. So I've read also, it's in the Quran many times, but this time when I read it, it said that Allah created a man with his two hands. I never read it and understood it before, but it was like he was telling me, like he said before, there'll be two of us backing you up, brother. Allah and myself. So those two men that you saw flying above your head today, as we celebrate the 90th birth anniversary of the nation of Islam, and you saw Master Farad Muhammad and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as the founders of this nation. Two hands that made the man that's standing in front of you today. Two minds fashioned his mind. Two minds fashioned his heart. So when it comes to the definition of discrimination, the definition of a standard by which God measures, a criterion. That's what you saw in all the ads, a criterion. I am not a braggadocious, arrogant human being. I am so glad that he guided me so gently over time that when I finally came into the true knowledge of who I am and what is my purpose in this life, that I could accept it and not be bowled over by it. He's presenting me to you, to the world today, as the man that the two of them made. That is to set down the leaders of this world and to make Satan fully known, that you may fall away from Satan. So when I call your name or call your function, know that God has set before you a master of your function. He said, when I made him complete and breathed into him of my spirit, fall down and make obeisance to him. And the angels did fall down. But there's always a group that think they're better. So they're driven away from the face of God, because this is a time when you hear God's voice and recognize God's voice, you have a responsibility to act on what that voice is telling you from God.